Okay, so for the second piece of this, you're using the sum and difference identities to evaluate a trig function when you just know pieces of each of the individual angles there. So cosine of x plus y is what I'm looking for. They don't tell me about anything about angle x or angle y individually, but they do tell me that the sine of x is 5 over 13, and they tell me cosine of y is negative 3 over 5, and both of those triangles are in the second quadrant. So we'll draw those two triangles. So angle x, the sine is 5 over 13. Pythagorean theorem will give me negative 12 for that third side. And for cosine of y, I have negative 3 over 5. So that third side would be 4, and that's angle y. So cosine of x plus y, expanded using your identities, is cosine x cosine y plus sine x sine y. And then using those two triangles, I'll just fill in those ratios. So cosine for angle x is negative 12 over 13. Cosine for angle y is negative 3 over 5. The sine for angle x is 5 over 13. And the sine for angle y is 4 over 5. And then multiply your numerators together, your denominators together. Don't reduce anything till you're at the very end, or you'll have to undo what you've just done. So let's see, we have 56 over 65. I think we're good. Okay, so if you look at the next one, the same idea here. We'll draw the triangles for angle U and V. And these are both in the second quadrant again. So angle V is 4 over 5, which means that side would be negative 3. That's angle V. And angle U, they told me that the cosine is negative 12 over 13, which means this side would be, oops, I got the backwards. Try this again. So this is negative 12 and 13, and this side would be positive 5, and this is angle U. And they want to know what's the sine of U plus V. So expand your identity. It's the sine of U times the cosine of V plus cosine of U times the sine of V. And if you look at angle U, the sine would be 5 over 13. The cosine for angle V would be negative 3 over 5. And then back to angle U, the cosine is negative 12 over 13. And sine for angle V would be 4 over 5. So we have negative 15 over 65 plus negative 48 over 65, which gives us negative 63 over 65. Right, and then a couple of the homework problems of that same type are 35 and 41. So the same idea. We're going to draw the triangles. Both of these are in the second quadrant. So my sine is negative 5 over 13. This is angle U, which means this third side here would be negative 12. For cosine of V, I have negative 3/5, so adjacent over hypotenuse makes that opposite side 4, and that's angle V. So sine of U plus V is going to be sine of the first, cosine of the second, plus cosine of the first, sine of the second. If you fill in your ratios then, the sine for angle U is negative 5 over 13. Cosine is negative 3 over 5 for angle V. Cosine for angle U is negative 12 over 13. And sine for angle V is 4 over 5. So I have 15 over 65 minus 48 over 65, which is going to give us what? 3 negative 33 over 65. Thank you.